Hello everyone, daughter of Yunonga here, Auntie Tavi here. I am in my pajama, as my old coworker said. He was Filipino. Did you bring your pajama? When we used to work at the Red Cross and it was late. Anywho, I am currently on vacation, and Spirit had some messages, and I was like, okay, so I brought some of my tarot cards because I did a reading for my girl, my soul sister. I can't find, I don't know where the box is. This specific one is from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. And 3 cards came out, and so I basically asked Spirit, what is it that we need to know? I asked them to help me tap into the energy of the collective, and these were the cards that came out. So the first one we got was Burden. A little ant inside of a leaf. The second one we got was Growth. More leaves, but now with acorns. And then the third one we got was Movement into Balance. Okay, so the first one with the burden, I feel like people are going through a lot right now and they may feel like they're burdened, but through that they're going to have, sorry, I know you can't see me. Through that they're going to have spiritual growth and they're going to move into balance. So as we know, Spirit prompts me when I read the story. So it says, many times we take on stress of those we love and care for. We see it as the ultimate sacrifice. We take on others' burdens to save them the trouble or the heartache. Ironically, the way energy and universe works makes this a very counterproductive way of operating. When we take on the burden of others, we deny them ability to learn and grow from their own lessons. And we also interfere with their divine plan and timing. So on top of that, Spirit is basically saying, stop taking on burdens that are not yours. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again. You cannot give from an empty cup. And like this says, you are interfering with their karma. Karma is neither good nor bad. It's a circle. Whatever you put out, you're going to receive. And by you interfering with divine plan and timing, you might be forcing them into another cycle, into another burden, into something that they need to close out for themselves. It says, never one to be thwarted. Any lessons circumvented will absolutely reappear. See, like, I have to tell you guys, some of these cards, I'd be looking and I'm like, how am I going to connect that? I don't look at what the meanings are after I pull them. I just ask Spirit to give me the messages. So for me, this is always a I hear you moment, because I didn't read what that next sentence was, but that's exactly what it is that they're saying. So that's how you know you're channeling. This just is a impromptu tarot / oracle reading 101. This is how you know that you're channeling the right messages, when your messages are on point, but you don't even know that that's the point that's coming. Anywho, it says, any lesson circumvented will absolutely reappear, sometimes with much more force than what was originally intended. Ask yourself if you or another is taking on troubles and lessons not belonging to them out of being needed. This stems from the fear that you or they are fundamentally not enough. This is not true. You are created perfect, and your fears and doubt are keeping you separated from the truth. Also, you cannot give from an empty cup. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Like, I've used this example. You want to fill up your swimming pool, but your swimming pool is empty, and your neighbor's like, hey, do you have some water so I can fill up my own pool? Because I filled it up with your water last week. Do you have any more for me? How are you gonna give them water for their pool? Your pool is fucking empty. Okay, next one is growth. So by putting down the burden and laying things down that are not yours to carry, you are going to then segue into spiritual growth. It says this situation or time is one of rapid growth. The seeds have been planted, they have germinated, and they have taken root. Go with the flow of this growing time. You may find people, situations falling away from your life, right? Because you've let go of that burden. Now's the time to plant your seed. Spirit is telling me, kind of like a squirrel is planting all their acorns and they don't always remember where their acorns are, however trees go up in its place. It says, you may find people and situations falling away from your life as now they do not serve who and what you are becoming. It may be that your vibration no longer resonates with their heart. That's totally fine. Don't feel like you need to lower your vibration in order to keep people in your life. If they are meant to be there, they will raise their vibration. It says it's okay. Wish them well. Be grateful for what they brought to you and to them, and send them on their way. Room has now been made for new experiences, people, and situations to help you to your next level. If you're not feeling the shift right now, be prepared because it will soon come to pass. So I did a reading for someone who shall remain nameless, and basically the message was, you are ending this cycle. And then Spirit gave me this example. Spirit said, all of their blessings are waiting in the stage wings. I'm a theater kid, so this made complete sense to me, right? Sorry, standing up straight like this hurts my back, so I have to like do the sultry like, and I mean, standing up straight is not good for me. Anywho, that's not why you're here. Focus, Tadia. In case you're like, why does she keep shifting? It's because I'm an old lady and I've had 2 back surgeries. I'm not really old, but I feel old. Anyway, the stage. So basically, in the rafters or in the wings, they have all the other props that are going on for the next scene. That's what it's like right now. And this message is collective as well. So if this resonates with you, this message is for you. If it rings true, it's for you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Anyway, you cannot move on to the next scene. If this one scene is they're in a forest and there's trees all over the stage and you have a cottage and this and that and the other, right? But the next scene is from the ocean. Spirit has to move your shit out of the way before it can give you what it is that you want. Like, it's ready, it's there, it's waiting. The stagehands have their hands on the prop like this, waiting for the other stagehands to clear the stage. But they can't move this prop out until the other prop is moved back. So that's what you may be going through right now. And it's like that may be the shift that's happening for you right now. Or you're closing out cycles, you're closing out all the soul growth upgrades, activations, downloads, and everything. And they're waiting, they're ready. So don't feel like because your stage is full, that it's always going to be full. Things are moving and new room has to be made. You can't plant a seed without taking out soil, right? Okay. Next one, movement into balance. So it says the sun balances the moon just as the earth, the water, and the sky remain in precious balance. So you're moving from unbalanced ideas, burdens, growing, moving into balance. If you look at the card, there's the sun, the moon, the water, the earth, elements. It says a situation may call for some tweaking to adjust it into balance mode. Look at the energy and emotions you are putting out into the universe, your world, your relationships, or goals. Balance that with the energy you're allowing yourself to receive. Also, that's another thing a medium told me. They said, you're great at giving, but are you able to receive? So if you're a giver and you're constantly giving, now it's very just saying the season of growth is you being able to receive those blessings and receive what it is that Spirit is telling you that it is you need, because you can't give if you're not able to receive. It says the body inherently tries to maintain a state of balance, so do our souls. If you're not receiving enough, there we go again, you may be unconsciously giving more to restore a perceived balanced state. Step out of the automatic response and listen to your guides and your soul for what the situation truly warrants. So that's what I feel like the theme is in society, is outside appearances. Me personally, I'm at the point in my journey, I don't give a shit what you think I look like. I don't give a shit if you think I cuss too much for a spiritual person. I don't give, I am beyond that because I am working to create balance within myself. I don't care what other people think. So you have to get over that. Get over what will the person think? There's a saying that I saw recently, And it's talking about growth and burden because Spirit is telling me this is for somebody specific. I don't know who this is for, but they're telling me I need to say this. Talking about burdens and the stress of, well, what if I lose this person in my life? This or that. And you have these worries, you have these anxieties, right? Narcissists, manipulators, energy vampires, abusers, they are the ones who get the most angry when you either establish boundaries or reestablish boundaries, because you are no longer giving them a chance to take from you unwillingly. So this is a really hard part, but you have to draw your line in the sand and you have to basically be like, I dare you to cross that line, motherfucker. Because if you don't and you're doing the, okay, well, I don't really, Spirit is showing me Milton from The Office. Oh, that's my stapler, and I was told that I could bring my stapler from home. I got special permission from management. Hey Milton, we're gonna need you to move to the basement. But I'm not going to be able to see my, like, don't have the Milton attitude of letting people run all over you, because then you end up, spoiler alert, you end up like him, taking money from the company and telling them they're going to put strychnine in the guacamole because he asked for no salt in his margarita. Anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's not for you. So don't be the Milton. Don't get ran all over. You legit, sometimes physically or mentally, you have to put up those boundaries and be like, I dare you. And a lot of times they're not going to know what to do with themselves, because they're like, oh, okay. And they're going to get upset, and that's okay, because guess what? You don't need them in your life if that's the type of shit they're doing and they're, stepping over your boundaries. Anywho, thank you for coming today. What time is it? It is now 11:30 at night. Had a lot of rest, a lot of relaxation, a lot of rejuvenation. I feel really good. I'm in Arizona right now. Woo! Let me tell you, if you are an awakened person and you've been to Arizona, the ground feel different out here. Like, I feel charged when I'm walking, and I feel like I'm getting Reiki. Like, after I come inside, I feel like the soles of my feet are energized, because this is ancestral land. I mean, all of the U.S. is ancestral native land, but I feel like where there are reservations, which there is an actual Indian reservation here, very close, you can feel, even though I'm not native, I can feel that this ground is holy and this ground is sacred. So definitely been getting rejuvenated. Lots of upgrades out here. But I hope the message finds you well. You got to see me in front of the camera for a tarot reading, which I don't usually do. But I put my tripod in the car, and I didn't know where I was going to set this up. So enjoy this different viewpoint. I love you guys. I hope everybody has an amazing week, and the light in me honors and sees the light in you. And namaste.